Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set! 319! 319!
Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
For that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, baby.
Leopard!
Watch out.
Detroit!
51's the mic.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Detroit! Hot!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Detroit! Gone!
Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown
39,
football.
Green!
Well, first carry for the ball. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, that's completion.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun, throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Tony Jefferson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
watch two.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
4 down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
51 to Mike.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here all day. Check 50. Check 50.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on second down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Kill.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Gun! 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 Gun!
Jackson now, operating from the gun, shedding through the defense, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Airing one out for Boyd. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Gun!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't go away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Cincinnati now ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gone!
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson operating from the gun. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
56.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Leopard!
taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me. Two tights.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Detroit!
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun!
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
We got 3. We got 3.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
No. Check. Patriot.
There's Bernard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Gun!
Check 25.
56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Even. 4 down. Even.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Jackson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, nice pick. Nice pick. Tight end left. Hey, guys, check me out.
Here we go now.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Bernard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Hey, 4 down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Mixon with a first down carry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. He's still Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 47 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, a heck of a move. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The man here is Scott, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Geno Atkins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriots.
Jackson rolling to his right. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 29 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You got him.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
4 down.
All right, here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike.
Gun.
To throw on second down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Alert. 3 down.
All right, here we go.
They'll run again with Bernard. And now running right through it. Oh, now he bowls it over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
4 down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Jackson on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Hey, we got Mike 50,
From the gun, it's Jackson going for it all. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Detroit!
3 down. Hey, check.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dancing to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense.
All right, now,
First and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
4 down, 4 down.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shit. Motion.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 4 down.
Detroit!
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Set. Green.
Jackson now, throwing again. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're
here
running
we
away
go.
from someone.
Green,
You're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. He picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey. Detroit! Detroit!
Mosey, 89, 89.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
No. Check. Patriot! Detroit! Gun!
Here's Jackson. Back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun!
We got 4.
Hot!
From the gun, Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available
All right,
there
now,
for
lucky
him.
56. Lucky 56.
4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Everyone got 4 down.
All All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike 51.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Caught by Snead over the middle. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep
Watch
firing.
it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Gun! Gun!
Hey, we got
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
He's back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get
Back
9 yards out of
Here
it,
we go.
leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
We good.
Back to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. 4 down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Key 8.
Gun.
Kill.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
We got it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
51 to Mike. 51.
Watch him now, Barney.
Again, it's Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down. Check.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mike 51.
No. Check. Patriot.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Watch the pass. Shift.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Gun.
Back to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Boyd in the final minute. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Touchdown. Mike 51.
Here's Jackson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Watch it now, Barney.
They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him, as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A handoff to Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little